Hello, good morning. Today we will see scope of cell biology, shape and size of cells. Okay, so see scope of cell biology. The cell biology is associated with the other branches of biology. As a result, many hybrid biological sciences are developed as follows. So, first we will see about scope of cell biology. In this the scope, we have several new extremely valuable technique and instrumental help for the detailed study of cell biology or the cytology, which gives prospect for the future. So cell can be studied from various aspects such as morphology, biochemical chemistry, physiology, genetics, development, etc., which helps in understanding various complicated life activities such as metabolism, growth, differentiation, heredity, and evolution at the cellular and molecular level. So, the cell biology is associated with the other branches of biology. As a result, many hybrid biological science are developed as follows. So, first is the cytotaxonomy. Cyto means cells, taxon means is the arrangement, uh, classification. Okay, it has been found that species can be grouped on the basis of number and form of the chromosomes in the cell. Okay, it has been found that species can be grouped on the basis of number and form of the chromosomes in the cells. So the chromosomal data are also gives strong support to the manner in which certain taxonomic units have arisen during the course of evolution. So the information helps in determining the taxonomical position of a species. Got it? It is a cytotaxonomy. Okay. This information helps in determining the taxonomical position of a cells. And next is the cytogenetics. Cyto means cells, genetics is hereditary characters. So it is the branch of cell biology which deals with the cytological and molecular basis of heredity, variation, mutation, phylogeny, morphogenesis, and evolution of organism. So application of cytological concept to the genetics helps in understanding of Weismann's germplasm theory, Mendel's law of inheritance, and the concept of gene. Okay, its application of cytological concept to the genetics helps in understanding of Weismann's germplasm theory, Mendel's law of inheritance, and the concept of genes. With the knowledge of cytogenetic, it was possible to speculate and identification and synthesis of hereditary material, cracking of genetic codes, development of high yielding variation of high yielding variety of crops, and genetic control of growth, differentiation, and phenotypic expression, understanding the mechanism of organic evolution, etc. So it's the cytogenetics. That means the cells and hereditary study of cells of hereditary characters. The next is the cytopathology. Cytocell pathology in the disease, particularly tissues disease, are primarily because of the abnormal activities in the cells and the tissues. So for example, growth of cancer cells or the effect of viruses on the cells structures and the functions. Okay, example is growth of cancer cells or effects of viruses on cell structure and functions. So the application of cytology or molecular biology to pathology has helped in understanding various human diseases. So it's the cytopathology, got it. The next is the cell physiology, that is the cell physiology. Cell physiology is the study of life activities such as nutrition, growth, metabolism, reproduction, cell division and cell differentiation, various complicated physiological activities that occurs at cellular level can be studied, and the knowledge is applied for understanding various physiological disorders. Okay, in the cell physiology, that is a study of life activities such as nutrition, growth, metabolism, reproduction, cell division, and the cell differentiation is the various complicated physiological activities. The next is the cytochemistry. Okay. Next is the fifth one is cytochemistry. In the cytochemistry, it is the branch of cytology which deals with the chemical and physico-chemical analysis of living matters. It revealed the presence of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids, and other organic and inorganic chemical compounds in the cells and their metabolic pathway. So, it is a branch of cytology which deals with the chemical and physico-chemical analysis of living matters. So it revealed the presence of carbohydrate, protein, lipids, nucleic acid, and other organic and inorganic chemical compounds in the cells and their metabolic pathway is the cytochemistry. The next is the sorry, cytoecology. In cytoecology, it deals with the studies of effect of ecological habitat on the chromosome number of the cells. It deals with the study of effects of ecological habitat on the chromosomes number of the cells, since ecological habitat or the geographical distribution have correlated with chromosome number and forms it. So it is a cytoecology. In the next is cytoevolution. In cytoevolution, there are the differently the radiations and some chemical can alter the chromosomes number or forms. These alternative alternation manifest themselves in the morphology and physiology of the organism. Okay, in this evolution, radiations and some chemical are altered the chromosome number or forms. In radiation and some chemical can alter the chromosome number or forms. So these alternation manifest themselves in the morphology and physiology of the organism. So it indicates to some extent how the evolution has occurred. Okay. So next is the molecular organization of cells. And the next is molecular organization of the cells. So understanding the ultrastructure of cell is of the fundamental important because various physico chemical and functional transformation takes place at the molecular level. So understanding its ultrastructure of the cell is of the fundamental important because various physico chemical and functional transformation takes place at the molecular level. So next is the cell culture. What is cell? Cell is the life unit, smallest unit of life is the cell, and its culture is the scope of biology. So in the cell biology, the cell culture is a method of in vitro culture of cells on nutrient medium and understand aseptic condition both in plant as well as animal cells are cultured in nutrient medium. Okay, cell culture is method of in vitro culture, IVF, in vitro culture of cells on nutrient medium under aseptic condition. Both plant and animal cells are cultured in nutrient media. Animal cells culture is used for the best understanding about cell division, cellular metabolism, cell nutrition, cellular aging, cell death, and cancer cells. So the test tube baby is and the clone can be produced by culturing the specialized cells in synthetic nutrient media under aseptic condition. So clone is a group of genetically identical cells or organisms produced from common ancestors. So plant cell culture is used for the callus formation. Okay, is the completely scope of cell biology. Is the different hybrid biological science. So first is cytotaxonomy, next is cytogenetics, then cytopathology, cell physiology, cytochemistry, cytoecology, cytoevolution, molecular organization of cells, and the cell culture. Is completely scope of cell biology. Next is the shape of cells. Okay, in the shape of cells, the eukaryotic cells or plant and the animal cells exhibit various forms and shapes. In eukaryotic cells that is or plant or animal cells exhibit various forms and shapes. So the animal cells are generally spherical or oval, but cell may be cuboidal, polygonal, tubular, triangular, irregular, or cylindrical in different plants and animals. So in case of animal following differently uh, shapes. But first of all, the shape of the cell may be vary from animal to animal and from organ to organ. Is depending on the nature of nature and the function of cells. So the shape of cells also shows variation. Okay, so depending on the nature and function of cells, its shape of the cells also shows variation. Even the cells of the same organ may be display variation in shape. In same organ also differentiated. So in the case of animal, following different shape are exhibited by the cells. First is variable or constantly changing shape, continuously changing its shapes or constantly changing is the example is amoeba and leukocytes. So the protozoan animals like amoeba and the leukocytes display changing shape. Leukocyte, that is the WBCs, is continuously changing its shape, and common example in protozoa is the amoeba. The next is the fixed shape. Next is the fixed shape. The majority of the cells shows fixed shape which do not change shape. Okay, so the fixed shape, cuboidal. Cuboidal, in the cuboidal it may be flattened. First is a cuboidal shape, it may be flattened. Example, squamous epithelium, endothelium, and the upper layer of epidermis. The next is the columnar, columnar in shape. The columnar cell, the cell lining the intestine, the cell line of the intestine. The next is the discoidal, disc like. The erythrocytes or RBCs of vertebrates are disc like. The next is spherical, rounded. The eggs of many animals are rounded or spherical in shape. The next one is spindle shape. The spindle, the smooth muscle cells are elongated and spindle shape. Next is elongated. The longest cell is nerve cells are elongated in shape. Longest cell is the nerve cells is the elongated in shape, is the elongated. Branch, so differently branches. The pigment or chromatophore cells of the skin are branch. So see in diagram, the first is human sperms is straight diatoms, epithelial cells, liver cells, goblet cells, chromatophores branch, osteocytes, muscle cells is the spindle shape, fibroblast, diatom, fat bodies, nerve cells, and the ostrich egg, leukocytes, that is the RBCs, is the disc shape, leukocytes. So see, next is size of the cells. So the size of the cells varies from very small cell of bacteria to the very large egg of ostrich. Small is the 0.2 to 0.5 micron diameter. To the very largest egg cell of ostrich egg is the 1,75,000 micron. The ostrich egg is the considered as the largest cell, and the longest cell is nerve cells have been found the length of 92 to 1.06 meter. So the following factor governing the size of the cells. Following factors of the leukoplasmic ratio. First is the differently factors governing the size of the cells is the nucleocytoplasmic ratio and the ratio of the cell surface to the cell volume, than the rate of the metabolisms. So see, the following factors is the most important. The nucleoplasmic ratio, that is a nucleoplasmy is the ratio between the volume of the nucleus and cytoplasm. It is the ratio between the volume of the nucleus and the cytoplasm. The next is the ratio of the cell surface to the cell volume and the rate of the metabolism. Okay, the size of the cells. So largest cell is the ostrich egg, and the smallest cell is the bacteria, and longest cell is the nerve cells, and is the factor governing the size of the cells is the nucleoplasmic ratio. Nucleoplasmic ratio, that is the ratio between volume of the nucleus and cytoplasm. Then the ratio of the cell surface to the cell volume and the rate of the metabolism. So see, prokaryotic cell versus eukaryotic cells. That is, the pro means the primitive prokaryotic cell does not possess nucleus and membrane bound organelles, and the eukaryotic cells possess membrane bound organelles including nucleus, and in prokaryotic cells have no true nucleus, no nuclear membrane or nucleolus. In the eukaryotic cell consists of the true nucleus with nuclear membrane and nucleoli. And the in prokaryotic cell division occurs through binary fissions. And the in eukaryotic cells, the cell division takes place through mitosis. And the prokaryotic cell is the small in size and eukaryotic cell is the large in size. The plasma membrane in prokaryotic cells typically lack receptor, and the eukaryotic cells plasma membrane with receptors. So in the prokaryotic cells, uh, plasma membrane, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, lysosomes are completely absent but present in eukaryotic cells. Plasma membrane, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, vacuoles, lysosomes are present in eukaryotic cells. In prokaryotic cells, chloroplast present in plant. In the prokaryotic, chloroplast only present in plant, and eukaryotic cell it absent. So the ribosomes in prokaryotic cells present 70 subunit, and the eukaryotic cell it present is the 80 in subunit. Then in prokaryotic cells have single circular DNA molecule in the nucleus, and eukaryotic cells have multiple linear chromosome in the nucleus. In the prokaryotic cell, flagella are made up of two proteins, and eukaryotic cells, some cell without cell wall contain flagellum. In the prokaryotic cell, sexual reproduction occurs by conjugation, and the eukaryotic cell, sexual reproduction occurs through production of gamete. Okay, in the eukaryotic cell, sexual reproduction occurs through production of gamete. Prokaryotic cells, in the prokaryotic cells includes bacteria and cyanobacteria, and the eukaryotic cells include plant, animals, fungi, protozoa, and the algae. So in prokaryotic cells, chemically complex cell wall, and the eukaryotic cell chemically simple cell wall in the plant cells. So genetic material, circular double stranded DNA in prokaryotic cell, linear double stranded DNA in eukaryotic cell. Plasmids is commonly present in prokaryotic cell and rarely present in eukaryotic cells. And the respirations, many respiration in many prokaryotic cells mainly strictly anaerobic, some are aerobic, and eukaryotic cell all aerobic but some are anaerobic respiration. Then the okay, so photosynthetic enzymes in prokaryotic cells bound to plasma membrane as composite chromatophores, and in eukaryotic cells the photosynthetic enzymes packaged in the plastids bound enzymes by membrane. It is a completely prokaryotic cell versus eukaryotic cell. It's an important point in cell biology. So got it. The next, thank you. Next lecture on plasma membrane.